The saga between Jay-Z and Beyonce is reaching unprecedented levels of intensity, and it's time to gather around and brace ourselves for the latest revelations. 50 Cent has once again emerged from the shadows, dropping bombshells that are turning our assumptions upside down. We've all heard the accusations hurled at Jay-Z, branding him as a manipulator who's been allegedly coercing Beyonce into unsavory deeds. But hold on to your seats, because 50 Cent is here to shake things up. He's not just flipping the script, he's tearing it apart. In a jaw-dropping revelation, 50 Cent suggests that Beyonce might not be the innocent victim we've imagined. In fact, he claims she's even more cunning than Jay-Z, and he's not mincing words. He's backing up his claims with shocking examples of her alleged misdeeds. But that's not the end of it. According to 50 Cent, Beyonce is orchestrating a cunning plan to pin the blame on Jay-Z, setting him up for a fall, and then washing her hands of the mess. It's a plot twist worthy of the silver screen. Could this be the reason behind Jay-Z's recent public displays of affection towards Beyonce? The plot thickens, and it's time to unravel the truth amidst the chaos of Hollywood's biggest power couple. For those who've been living under a rock, tensions between Jay-Z and Beyonce have been simmering for a while. Reports from insiders suggest that Beyonce is seriously considering pulling the plug on their relationship. But why now? Some speculated it was due to Jay-Z's alleged manipulation and exploitation of Beyonce. After all, rumors have long swirled about Jay-Z's shady dealings behind the scenes. But let's not delve into the murky depths just yet. Dive into the depths of the rumor mill, and you'll find a swirling vortex of allegations and whispers. For years, Beyonce has been cast as the unsuspecting victim in Jay-Z's shadowy world. Her pristine public image only fueled these assumptions, especially considering her tender age when their relationship began. Beyonce herself shed light on their early days in an interview, revealing that she was a mere 18 when their paths first crossed, and 19 when they officially started dating. The age difference raised eyebrows. Jay-Z, a seasoned 31, and Beyonce, just blossoming into adulthood. But wait, it gets darker. In a 2007 interview with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z mentioned meeting Beyonce a decade earlier, placing their encounter around 1997. If true, Beyonce would have been a mere 16 years old, or perhaps even younger, depending on the exact timing. The notion of a man in his late 20s pursuing a teenager sends shivers down the spine. This revelation painted Beyonce in a different light, casting her as a potential victim of Jay-Z's questionable pursuits. Yet, amidst the outcry against Jay-Z's actions, Beyonce often finds herself sidelined, shielded by her status as the media's darling. But 50 Cent is shaking up this narrative, allegedly armed with insider knowledge that paints a different picture. His recent revelations challenge the perception of Beyonce as an innocent bystander, raising uncomfortable questions about her role in their tumultuous relationship. When blogger Storm Monroe first broke the news of Beyonce contemplating a divorce, the public rallied behind her, applauding her strength in leaving Jay-Z's.
One of the biggest divorces in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off, he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. I might have to ask Jay-Z. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out, and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce before some. Okay? And she may or may not do an interview, but their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time.
But as the layers of their story are peeled away, it's becoming clear that the truth may be far more complicated than we ever imagined. The anticipation reached a fever pitch when Storm Monroe hinted at an impending expose, promising revelations that would rock Jay-Z's world to its core. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill scandal. We're talking Diddy-level exposure, potentially unearthing dark secrets from Jay-Z's past. And Storm wasn't the lone voice sounding the alarm. Following Cassie's explosive lawsuit that unearthed shocking truths about Jay-Z's close confidant, Diddy. Another figure stepped into the spotlight. Jaguar Wright emerged, suggesting that Jay-Z was next in line for a reckoning. According to Jaguar, the reason Jay-Z had managed to evade exposure thus far was his cunning and caution, qualities that set him apart from the brash recklessness of Diddy. Yet, as the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. If Diddy's sins were laid bare for all to see, what skeletons lurked in Jay-Z's closet? Whispers on the street painted a grim picture, suggesting that Jay-Z's transgressions rivaled those of his infamous associate. Considering the gravity of the accusations leveled against Diddy, it's no wonder the public breathed a collective sigh of relief upon learning of Beyonce's contemplation of divorce. But the age gap between Beyonce and Jay-Z isn't the only dark cloud hovering over their relationship. Infidelity has cast a long shadow over their union, with reports of Jay-Z's indiscretions dating back to the very beginning of their romance. And no, we're not just talking about Lemonade and the infamous Becky with the good hair. Jay-Z's history of infidelity runs deep, staining the fabric of their partnership. The web of infidelity entangling Jay-Z and Beyonce stretches back to the early days of their relationship, with reports suggesting that Jay-Z's wandering eye emerged mere months into their romance. Among his alleged paramours was rapper Charlie Baltimore, whose involvement with Jay-Z sparked whispers of an illicit affair behind Beyonce's back. For those unacquainted with the drama, Charlie Baltimore once shared a history with the late notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls. Rumors abound that Charlie grew weary of playing second fiddle to Beyonce and opted to end her dalliance with Jay-Z. But Jay-Z's reaction to this rejection allegedly spiraled into a fit of jealousy. Reports claim he was so incensed that Charlie found solace in another man's arms that he resorted to violence. Who can forget the infamous nightclub incident where Jay-Z was arrested for stabbing a producer? Initial accounts pinned the altercation on disputes over bootleg copies of Jay-Z's unreleased album, but whispers from inside sources, including the likes of 50 Cent, paint a different picture. They suggest that Jay-Z's jealousy over Charlie's new relationship ignited the violent confrontation. Rapper Cam'ron lent credence to these claims, affirming that the stabbing was indeed fueled by Jay-Z's anger over Charlie's newfound romance. As he succinctly put it, "What we don't do is we don't mess with our homies' exes." And now, amidst the storm of divorce rumors, 50 Cent steps into the fray with his own take. Far from rallying behind Beyonce, he casts her as the true antagonist in this unfolding saga, challenging the prevailing narrative that paints Jay-Z as the villain. Now, let's delve into the tangled history of 50 Cent's beef with Jay-Z and Beyonce, a saga ripe with pettiness and intrigue. It all began as a feud between Jay-Z and 50 Cent, with Beyonce inevitably drawn into the fray as she fiercely defended her partner. But before we dive into the present drama, let's rewind and uncover the origins of this heated rivalry. You see, 50 Cent has built a reputation as the undisputed king of pettiness in Hollywood. He's notorious for trolling anyone and everyone, sparing no one from his sharp tongue. And when it comes to stirring up drama, 50 Cent reigns supreme. The animosity between Jay-Z and 50 Cent traces back to the late 90s, ignited by 50 Cent's audacious diss track, How to Rob. Some speculated he did it flout, taking aim at Jay-Z and a slew of other top artists of the era. But 50 Cent's bold move didn't end there. He spared no one, targeting the likes of Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Diddy, Missy Elliott, and even Will Smith. While many shrugged off the disses as part of the game, Jay-Z harbored a grudge that simmered beneath the surface for years. His retaliation came in the form of a blistering diss track titled It's Hot, marking the beginning of a feud that would endure for decades. As the dust settled on their fiery exchange, 50 Cent offered surprising insight into his motives behind the diss track. In an interview with Rolling Stone, he confessed, "When he responded, I was complimented. He wouldn't say nothing back to somebody he didn't think was hot. I never went to radio until after he said that about me. I don't know if my career would be where it's at if he didn't respond. But what sparked this feud in the first place?" According to 50 Cent, the root of the issue lay in Jay-Z's perceived arrogance. success. In another interview, he remarked, "He's got a keen complex. He thinks he's effing Jesus. You know what I mean? This Jehovah-ish. I'm just watching him. He said something one time I didn't like. Those little things. Subliminal things. For me, that's the punk way to do things." Despite Jay-Z's attempts to downplay the rift, 50 Cent refused to let the matter rest. He vehemently denied any semblance of camaraderie with Jay-Z, asserting, "We don't have those kinds of relationships. These people are people I associate with. We are in the same business. We're not necessarily friends. We don't call each other for no reason." But the feud didn't just pit rapper against rapper. It drew Beyonce into its tumultuous orbit. Though she hadn't yet embarked on a romance with Jay-Z, when the beef erupted, she staunchly defended her future partner. And as tensions escalated, 50 Cent confessed that his animosity towards Jay-Z ran so deep that he even contemplated physical confrontation. The notion of Beyonce squaring up against 50 Cent over Jay-Z's might sound like something out of a wild Hollywood script, but it sheds light on why 50 Cent sees Beyonce in a different light than most. He's one of the few who refuses to paint her as a victim, instead casting her as the mastermind behind Jay-Z's alleged misdeeds. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Remember when Beyonce's former bodyguard came forward, exposing her and Jay-Z for allegedly sabotaging singer Carrie Hilson's career? Despite Beyonce's involvement, Jay-Z bore the brunt of the backlash, while Beyonce remained conspicuously absent from the conversation. The bodyguard didn't stop there. He painted their marriage as nothing more than a strategic business move, a notion that had been circulating in rumor mills for years. While many brushed it off as mere speculation, 50 Cent suggests there's more to the story. Enter Beyonce's former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, who dropped bombshells of her own. In an interview with the Daily Beast, Thompson made shocking claims of Beyonce dabbling in the occult. She alleged a campaign of harassment, including dark magic and spells of sexual molestation, orchestrated by the Lemonade star herself. Thompson even accused Beyonce of heinous acts, such as murdering her kitten. Thompson's claims sent shockwaves through the industry, raising unsettling questions about Beyonce's true nature. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Thompson remains steadfast in her accusations, insisting that Beyonce is the puppet master pulling the strings behind the scenes. In a bold move, Kimberly Thompson took to Instagram to air her grievances, shedding light on the dark underbelly of Beyonce's empire. But will her revelations be enough to shatter the illusion of the pristine pop icon? When Kimberly Thompson's accusations first surfaced, many dismissed them as attention-seeking antics, a desperate bid for fame using Beyonce's name as a springboard. But when Thompson took the extraordinary step of filing a restraining order against Beyonce, the whispers grew louder, prompting a reevaluation of her claims. Even 50 Cent, ever the skeptic, couldn't ignore the gravity of the situation. But there's more to this tangled web of deceit. While Beyonce may have weathered Jay-Z's infidelities in public, behind closed doors, she's allegedly been orchestrating her own form of retribution. Despite Jay-Z's public declarations of marital reconciliation and family therapy, 50 Cent hints at a darker truth lurking beneath the surface. According to him, Beyonce isn't content to simply forgive and forget. Instead, she allegedly takes matters into her own hands, targeting Jay-Z's alleged paramours and wreaking havoc on their lives. Recent reports suggest that Tyra Marie fell victim to Beyonce's wrath after allegedly engaging in an affair with Jay-Z. At the time, Tyra's rising star seemed unstoppable, but whispers of her involvement with Jay-Z cast a shadow over her career. While some attributed Jay-Z's interest to her undeniable talent, rumors swirled of a deeper illicit connection. But when Beyonce allegedly learned of the affair, she reportedly intervened, demanding Jay-Z sever all ties with Tyra. Yet, mere dismissal wasn't enough to satisfy Beyonce's wrath. If rumors are to be believed, she orchestrated a campaign to sabotage Tyra's career, effectively extinguishing the flames of her burgeoning success. The plot thickens as we delve deeper into the whispers and innuendos innuendos swirling around Beyonce and Jay-Z's troubled union. A revealing blind item sheds light on a past encounter between Beyonce and music executive L.A. Reid, who allegedly shifted his focus from Teaira Marie to Rihanna at Beyonce's behest, a move that raises eyebrows and hints at a calculated agenda. But 50 Cent warns against absolving Jay-Z of all guilt, asserting that darker secrets lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed. He suggests that Beyonce's recent public show of support at the Grammys was merely a desperate bid to salvage their crumbling relationship, a facade to conceal the tumult brewing behind closed doors. According to 50 Cent's insider sources, Beyonce isn't content to play the role of the innocent victim. Instead, she's orchestrating a calculated exit strategy, positioning Jay-Z as the sacrificial lamb to shield herself from the impending storm. It's a ruthless maneuver, but one that reflects the cold pragmatism of their union, which many speculate is more about convenience than love. As tensions reach a boiling point, 50 Cent's boldness in speaking out against the power couple raises eyebrows. After all, Beyonce and Jay-Z are notorious for their ironclad control over their public image. But in the face of mounting evidence and whispers of discontent, 50 Cent remains unflinching in his quest to expose the truth. But in this high-stakes game of love and betrayal, who will emerge victorious and who will be left picking up the pieces? Share your thoughts and join the conversation in the comments section below.